Revive Radio. Tuning out for Revive Radio. Tuning out for Revive Radio. Tuning out.
What's up? This your girl Lakeisha Sutton, aka fan favorite, tuned in with the one and only P.O.C. We all we got, we all we need. You are now listening to Revive Radio. Let's go!
Yep, you know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl P.O.C., host of Revive Radio. I need you all out there to do one thing for me right now. Spread the word, spread the message that Revive is alive. Once again, Revive is alive. And I need you guys to go check out our website at reviveisalive.com. Once again, reviveisalive.com, and follow us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at revive_POC.
You are listening to Revive Radio. The views and opinions expressed on Revive Radio does not necessarily reflect ownership, management, and advertisers of Revive Radio.
Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey! It's your girl P.O.C. Hey! Proof of consciousness. Proof of consciousness. P.O.C. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. Yep. You already know what time it is, man. It's your girl P.O.C., host of Revive Radio, man. We are back live on Revive is Alive, Revive is Alive, reviveisalive.com. Turn your radios up, spread the word, spread the message. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because Revive is Alive 365, 24/7, AM to the PM, because of you. Yes, you, man. I truly appreciate everybody who's tuning in, who's listening, making sure that Revive stays alive, man. Make sure you guys go check out our newsletter as well as our YouTube so you can stay locked with everything we got going on as far as pre-recorded shows, exclusive interviews, red carpets, recaps, and so much more, man. You can find that on our website at reviveisalive.com as well as our YouTube channel at revive_POC. Drop your comments below, man. Let us know what you're thinking. We want to hear from you. You can join in even on the conversation. 202-750-9112. Once again, that number is 202-750-9112. Every time we go live, you already know we got a jam-packed show for you guys out there, man, who's listening for us, man. We got an exciting, amazing special guest hailing from the city of Philadelphia, man. We got my guy, Fisbanga. Yo, Fisbanga, you're live on Revive, man. How you feeling today?
Hey, what's going on? I'm all good. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, you already know. I got to bring you back, man. This is definitely a time where your voice needs to be heard. The whole city is looking for your motivation, man. So I definitely had to bring you back. I'm excited to have you back on these airways with me, man. Go ahead and properly introduce yourself so the people know exactly who they're listening to.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fisbanga, based in the city of Philadelphia. I'm a motivational rapper, also community activist. Been doing this thing for the last 4 or 5 years, and definitely been paying off, catching a lot of ears, catching a lot of eyes, and just changing a lot of lives by doing it.
Facts, definitely. And I love that you even put activist in there. When I first met you, you ain't actually used that word activist. So now that you're using that word activist, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does it feel to be wearing that hat as an activist now?
Oh, it just felt good. It just came along with the growth, just growing as an artist. I realized how powerful words are, and like
Facts.
with the music we put out, it really like pushes and move people. So, I try to use my music and my voice to just try to motivate and inspire people.
Definitely. And you're using your platform. That's the best part. You know what I mean? You're definitely
Mhm.
using all of the outlets that are given to you to make sure that people know that you are for them and about them. And I appreciate what you're doing. How did this all get started? I know how it got started, but most people who are listening don't know how you actually got started. How did this actually, get started for you?
Oh, so I've been rapping for almost about, probably like 6, 7 years, but, for turn around and just really opening my eyes and just trying to be for my community, trying to help lead and push our youth in a better direction. This probably happened the last 3 years ago, back 2016, when I started my brand, started with nothing. And, we also a clothing line as well, non-organized, a nonprofit organization. So what we do is, we go to city, starting in the city of Philadelphia where we started at, where we did like majority every school probably in Philadelphia, and that was our school tour that we kicked off back in 2016 when the brand actually launched. And ever since then, I've been just trying to use my voice, my platform, and just to try to help stop the violence, bring the younger crowd, even young adults, everybody together just as one to help try to push a better message for our youth because they look up to us. So most likely it started in 2016 when I launched my brand, and just as the years kept progression, I just continue to kept, doing the things that I do. It just went from videos, music videos, and then I just kind of started doing skits, because that's like kind of the new thing now with Instagram and everything
Mm-hmm.
so instant. And the way I did my skits, I didn't do comedy skits. I kind of used my voice, my music, and just to react things like the violence that happen around us every day, the stuff that we see, and I kind of just reenact to put those in my skits. And what I did was try to paint a picture with my music, my words, and the things I was doing in them videos for me to open up the younger minds or just letting them see what can happen if they go this route.
That's real. That's real. And I wanted to ask you this too, and then this may be a super corny question, but how did you make it cool? Like you made it cool for everybody around you to want to do the same. You know what I mean? You got people up north talking about, yo, you see that new video Feast just post earlier? Yo, Feast out here making new videos every day. You know what I mean? So it's like, how did you make it cool? Like how did you get, your friends, your family to actually want to do the same too?
That's a good question. That was a good question. And like I said, like everybody used to like you said, everybody like used to being so cool, like so gangster, like they feel like they too cool for school to do the right thing. So for me to be able to do this and the way we did it and the way we pushed it, it was a surprising that it became a cool thing to me. But I just figure, once I started it, it wasn't no turning back in my mind, even if they was gonna listen or not, even if it was gonna pop or it was gonna flop. But the way I put my messages out, I give it to you raw, uncut. I'm not trying to really speak to you. I ain't trying to talk your head off. We had that enough. So I give it to you through lyrics, and that was something new that I realized a lot of the younger generation ain't never see or never hear. So
Facts.
they listen to music. They listen to them earphones, play that music all day, even if it's the wrong music. But they love their music, so I figure if I give them the message through the music, that's going to hold their attention. Because, the attention span is so short. But that was going to hold it. And then the things that we do in the skits, I give you the negativity. I give them what they want to see. But I end it off with a powerful message and a solution.
Facts, facts, facts. And right now, you know what I mean? Like your city right now, the city of Philadelphia is definitely going through some tough times, whether it's financially, whether it's violence, whether it's poverty. I just feel like the city of Philadelphia always has something going on where it's in a negative light. Of course, you want to highlight the positive, but it's always something happening in this city. So when it comes down to the city of Philadelphia, for the people who is listening on the outskirts, how would you describe Philadelphia? Because it's not always negative, it's not always bad, but how would you describe it coming from Philly?
Coming from, Philly, the city of brotherly love, that's how that's how they label us. But I just feel like I said, it ain't everybody, it ain't the whole Philly, but I feel like we in the times where we need leaders, like we need people to step up, we
Big
need people
facts.
to be doing the things that me, Wallow, LGBT, all my other brothers out here that's doing, because it ain't too many of us. Everybody just looking from a distance and seeing who's going to be the one, who's going to stand up, because I get a lot of inboxes from like these so-called gangsters, these people that be on the corners, and they tell me, hey bro, I'm watching, like, Like, I might not be able to stop today or tomorrow, but I'm watching. I can never say nobody never told me, and slowly for surely I will stop just because I see you out here doing what you doing. But it's just like somebody just waiting for somebody to step up, and I think we at a time where we just need leaders to step up, be a leader to these younger adults, the youth, and just team up while doing it, because we a city of so much talent, but we all work from a distance, and it's hard to really see that. But if we was all come together and put our resources together and just work together and just try to get the message out together using all our platforms together, it'll be 10 times powerful. I'm working from a distance, and I see everybody else that do it from a distance, but we just missing that connection.
Facts. And I definitely want to ask you about the music too, because that's really where the power is coming from when it comes to your influence, right? So when it comes down to the music, would you say that you're a conscious rapper? Because most people, if you actually listening to your words, listening to your lyrics, you're putting like an extreme message behind what you're saying, and that gears to like that J. Cole vibe, that Kendrick Lamar vibe. Like, would you ever say that you're a conscious rapper?
Oh, always.
Awesome.
Word to Kendrick Lamar as well. You heard what he said, how you let a conscious rapper go platinum trying, put out a something he said. But yeah, like, I definitely consider myself a conscious rapper. I try to get in your mind. I try to see what you're seeing, and I try to speak it, because I can't feel the pain you're going through, but I can kind of visualize it. I can try to see it. I can try to put it in words for you to understand that it's hope. It ain't the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. And I like how you use the word, activism, to describe who you are and what you do. So do you feel like art and activism plays, hand in hand? Do you think it goes hand in hand? What's your thoughts about art and activism at the same time?
That's a good question. The activist thing was, I feel like this something like before the music, I always kind of been that type of activist in my community, especially the younger people that I used to be with, that I hung with, that some that I don't see anymore, due to being in jail or, just not being here with us. So my whole thing is, there's a lot of the young kids, when I go to these schools and when I'm on these school tours, and there's like a lot of them look up to me, and they be wanting me to be like in their space. They want me to be around, just try to teach them and lead them and just try to do what's right for them. And I even had like a lot of their principals speak to me about I forget the name of it, but they basically wanted me to come in like on certain like days or whatnot, to be like mentors for them and just like have them hang with me throughout the day, just showing them like how you can go about life out the right way, just that positive activities we do. Like, that's why I try to get a lot of different pieces in my videos, like especially the younger ones, just to have them doing something that's positive, be around positive energy, and just making their days productive. So just being an activist, I put that forward, like it's neck to neck with my artistry. Like I'm an artist and I'm an activist, but it's 50-50 with me.
Facts. And Feast, you got to understand too, I'm glad that you even brought that up, right? As far as just the youth having something to do, making, the best out of their 24 hours. Let's think about it, right? Like right now in April 2020, no student in the city of Philadelphia is in school right now. They're virtually learning. And then the mayor of Philadelphia actually called the entire school year on Friday. So there will be no more school for the remaining of the year. So when it comes, the remaining of the school year as far as 2020, so June. So when it comes down to, just these students having something to do, these students having, I will say a space where they can learn even out of school. What can we do as a city? I know that's a lot of pressure, as far as, you're telling the city what we can do, but what can we do? How can we, motivate our students? How can we impact our students to know that there's so much better out there? And instead of playing video games all day, maybe look into creating your own video game. How can we impact our students at this typical time right now?
That's a powerful question. That's a good one. I feel like, due to school being like, like you said, done for the rest of the year, it definitely will affect them due to this year. I'm guessing they're just gonna pass them automatic, and that's a whole lot of information,
That's scary,
knowledge
yo.
that they will be missing. So it's just like, I would hate for them to be sitting home, like you said, playing a game all day and just missing that education that they could use. Because being in school, as soon as you look up, you out of it, and then it's like, what did I learn? Like, then you don't, and half of them are already not sure what they want to do when they get out of school. So
Facts.
this year, them just flying by this year, they ain't making it no better, because they not really seeing things, they're not being inspired, they just home every day and they up under the game. So I feel like what we could do as a community, parents, even just friends and family, just try to keep them educated at home, like playing games, having them look up certain things on Google, playing read offs, like just quizzes, and just, making it fun, like, home activities, but just making it educational where, we still educate. And even if it's just riddles out the day, you can play fun riddles, but just to get the mind thinking, get the mind going, to keep them tighten on their game, because if you let them, sit around, not do nothing this whole year and then going back to school next year, it's going to be a big flop on just waking up on time again and just trying to stay focused in class again and getting used to doing homework, coming home from school. Because it's going to be a long year, and then they got the summer, of course, and then who knows if it continues next school year. So I feel like we just need to, as parents, this is a good time to be face to face with our kids. Get to learn them more, know them more, and just try to teach them hands on. Now, teach them what the teachers that Mike Kane teach them. Like real estate, just how to build your own brand. And we got YouTube, so watching YouTube videos, how to create your own YouTube channels, be a YouTube influencer. How can you make money online? The new things that's going on that the school's probably not teaching them. And, social media is so powerful. So I think that is another field right there that they should be learning and looking into.
Yo, I'm actually scared. The fact that you said like they gonna just pass them just to pass them is extremely scary
Yeah,
to me. You know what I mean? Like when you're in school, it's
crazy.
something different. Like if I was in the sixth grade right now and I was out of school, I'd be like, hell yeah. I don't gotta go to school in the morning. I'm good. But as far as just the
Yeah.
long distance, because like when I got to college, I always said like, yo, if I knew what I knew back then, I would be completely different than what I'm doing now. So the fact that you know
Exactly.
what I mean? So the fact that these students are technically missing, these grade levels without even technically wanting to miss them. This is just happening. This is something that's just happening, throughout their school year, and they have no control over it. But at the same time, schools in Philadelphia don't have the same type of, I would say school budgeting that the schools in Montgomery County has. So they are going home with the laptops. They're going home with the iPads. But the public schools here in the district are not doing that. So it's like they're truly missing an entire lesson, and it scares me because it's like when it goes down to them even passing, because I believe what you said as far as them just passing them through, right? But when it goes
Mm-hmm.
down to them just passing them through, it's like, what are they going to learn out of it? You know what I mean? It's like, how when you're supposed to learn a lesson out of every reason or something season that comes about, it's just that what are they going to learn out
Mm-hmm.
of it as things are just given to me? Oh, I just passed through the fifth grade. Like, what about those seniors in high school that, didn't necessarily
Oh man.
deserve to even pass through the next grade, but they graduated high school technically? So I just feel like we're not necessarily helping our students. We're hurting them in particular ways that they won't be able to bounce back from. Even the real life lessons that should be coming out of this whole COVID-19 situation. But I want to ask you too, because you spoke about the virtual world and social media being super powerful. As far as being an artist, do you see this virtual reality of, as I would say, as promoting and marketing yourself as an artist? Do you see this as being the next phase of the new generation of artists?
Um, I feel like it could be, depending on how everybody, take this situation and come out of it. But I feel like this is a good time to really connect with your supporters. Everybody is home. We know where everybody's at. So it's like
Facts.
it's not like it used to be where you had to. Oh, they might not be home. I can't put it out this time, or I can't go live this time. Everybody is home looking for something to do. Looking for some entertainment. That's why you see a lot of these celebrities going live. They have a face off, which is beautiful. It's bringing a lot of people together that you've never seen together, like producers, like just had Timbaland and Swiss Beat go at it. Diddy, you got artists, they being competitive, friendly, friendly competition. But it's a way to just connect with your audience, because, now they're there, now they're watching. I was looking at the stats the other day. It's people on Instagram. The numbers is higher than they ever been. So everybody is on it. Social media itself, TikTok, like that's been taking off lately. People ain't even know about TikTok. And now people starting to learn about it with the kids on it. And they just starting to, sit around, do what the kids do on their phone. And, the entertainment, people are just feeding for the entertainment because, we home, we sitting around all day. So as an artist, I feel like this is a time, this is a good opportunity to put your music out, try to see, hopefully get some good feedback. But I feel like it's people now that's willing to listen to it than more than ever. Than, back then you putting it out saying, hey, can you click my link, everybody out and about, people on vacation. And sometimes it just might be hard just to stop what they doing and click your link. But now everybody on, what else can you do?
Facts. So what about you? How are you going to take, advantage of this time as far as everyone being in the house? What are you and your brand doing as far as taking advantage of this time?
Oh man, my brand. So before all this happened, it was crazy. We had a school tour for this year that was supposed to kick off like 3 Mondays ago before all this even happened. So that may be postponed to I'm hoping next school year or whatnot. So a lot of my shows that been postponed. So what I'm trying to do now is I want to do live concerts on my live, or just live entertainment, things that I would have been doing at these schools, the education and the speeches that I would have been saying in these gym rooms, these auditoriums. I want to schedule them on my lives and just try to still be there for our youth, still be there to like educate, still be there to be the voice, even when they're feeling down and out, like you said, with the seniors not being able to graduate, just trying to give them motivation on just keeping their head up, because there's better days to come, this out past, and, we just got to get through it together, and just for the most part, really connecting with my audience more than I ever been. I've been answering a lot of DMs lately, stuff that's been real hard for me to do because I'm always like out and about filming skits, doing videos, or maybe at interviews or setting up the shows. So now I've just been connecting with my audience, my younger audience. TikTok, I've been getting a little bit involved with that, and that's like where a lot of the younger ones at. So I'm thankful that I could be able to reach them because that's the ones that need it the most. And, just basically just connecting with them and just trying to set up new things where I could just still use my voice and my platform and for them to still see me and hear me hands-on through my live. So that's pretty much the direction we're going right now.
So what you telling me is you can dance is what you telling me. So you got a little rhythm.
No, I can't dance. I can't dance. I might try. They might get a few out of me since I got time now, but I can't dance. I usually use...
I'm about to say, I'm definitely trying to see you in those challenges, man. I'm trying to see you in those challenges. See what you got.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get involved, but I'll be using TikTok to really go live on there, and probably post a few of my videos, that TikTok may accept, because I know some of them is like adult friendly, but I try to keep it PG-13, and I just try to get straight to the point on this. So I use it for my live. A lot of people know me for just being on live on TikTok, and I just educate them, speak to them. We play games, we play riddles on there, math riddles. I just try to be they substitute teacher, like when they in school. So I just try to connect to them in that way. But I've been trying to do that a little bit more often. Like I would set times and days when I go live on there. Back then it was just randomly, so every day I'm going live like around 5, 6 o'clock every day and just trying to connect with them on there.
Yo, Feast, you actually need to run with that as far as being a substitute teacher. Like, I encourage you to run with that. No, for real. Like, find a way to blend that into what you already got going, because that is amazing, for real. But, and I like what you said as far as, just the social media, just making sure that you stay connected, because that's where they are. So you're just going to go where they are so you can make sure you stay connected. But I want to ask you, too, just about your opinion about this whole COVID-19 situation, just as far as the city of Philadelphia. Do you think the city of Philadelphia will be able to revive itself out of this situation as far as small businesses, artists, schools, everything that's going on just in the city, poverty, you know what I mean? Because we have a huge homeless percent in this city. So what's your thoughts about just the city of Philadelphia being able to survive and revive themselves out of this COVID-19 situation?
I believe it's possible. Anything possible. I feel like it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a challenge, and it's going to really be a challenge to see on how strong can we stand together as a city. Well, artists, businesses. I feel like if you see like businesses, like when it's all said and done, and and we anything return businesses that might got the foreclosure or that might can't continue to keep their doors open. I think other businesses that were successful for all this, it would be a good thing if they could get them a hand or just help them or lead them through the way on trying to keep their doors open as well. Same with artists that might can't put the music out the way they used to, or move and do shows the way they used to. They kept them relevant. I think it's a time where artists should be reaching out and just saying, hey, listen, I can put you on my song. We could, try to get your name back out there. And just in general, people just period, people that might be struggling, like that, like a lot of people out of work. So I know a lot of people struggling on bills right now. The rent is at its all-time high, and I feel like family, friends, we on social media all day, and like a lot of these people we entertaining and we barely know. So I feel like this is the time to connect with people, get to know somebody. It might not be your close friend that might just could be there for you through the crisis. It might be somebody that's been following you for years that might see your struggle, and they know that this was a tough time for everybody. This is a time where everybody, I believe, should just be stepping up, not only just doing it for the city, but just doing it as a person, just being on, general, just being the person you're supposed to be, just being a good person, being positive about it, and if you can help, just help. I've seen a lot of people doing things like giveaways, like food and all that, and that was dope. I just feel like if we could get a little bit more of that, and definitely to the people that actually need it, not just to the people that just trying to grab onto it because it's there, but we could get more help and more people coming together. I feel like we could get out of this and it won't be as bad as if we don't come together to do it with each other.
Big facts. I definitely agree with you with that. I definitely agree with you with that. I feel like, even though people put a lot of, a negative a lot of negative, I'm sorry, stereotypes on the city of Philadelphia. I definitely feel like if you are here and you are around the city, you are in the environment, we definitely reach out and, to one another to make sure that our neighbor is good. So I definitely agree with you on that. And I wanted to ask you just about the streets, because I know you're in the streets. I know you're talking to the people every day. You're always on the grind. You're always in the mix as far as just the community vibrations, right? So when it comes down to the streets, what the streets talking about? Are the streets talking about this COVID-19 is serious? Are they saying it's fake? Are they saying it's real? Like, what's going on? Like, what are the streets actually talking about?
So what I've been hearing, and I'm like always hands on, and I just try to keep my ears to the street. It's like let me see. I'm gonna put it in a percentage. It's kind of like, and it's sad to see these numbers are gonna be crazy, but it's probably like let me just say 30% of people taking it serious, actually
Okay.
saying then probably about, let me see, 50% of people actually like saying is like, no, I don't think it's that deep. It's only for like the older folks, not doing any real research on it. So they not really going by. They still out here. They still doing what they doing, living their regular lives. And it's probably like the other 20% of people that just think it's a conspiracy theorist. Like, they saying something about like the 5G thing that is really just 5G networking, and that's what's really destroying people's cells. So it's like a whole lot. It's like you're getting a whole lot of mixture of he say, she say, and it's not this deep, and it is that deep, and don't watch the news. The news ain't, and it's not really coming from people that's really doing their research or really experts that's in that field. They really, had that opinion or speak on that. So I feel like that's why they probably got Philadelphia as the hotspot now, because it's the majority of the people that's just going by. I see more people. I see more people without masks than I see with masks. So it just go to show you that a lot of people ain't really taking it as serious as they should, and so it's one of their own. And it's just sad because it should be the opposite. It should be way more people aware, and it should be less people just saying, no, it ain't that deep, but it's the opposite.
I definitely agree with you with that, and I I definitely see a lot of people in the streets without the mask. I see some people in the street with the mask, with the gloves, but it's always one or the other. And then it's like in our community is as well, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard for them to even, take it too serious, because they've been going through so much prior to this situation, that a lot of people, what I've heard, right? Because I actually passed out, socks to the homeless last week. And when I heard prior to this whole situation was that, we've been going through this for so long. It's about time that the entire world finally feels what we're going through. You know what I mean? So so it's like for because for me it's like it's even hard to say average folks, because what is an average person? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is going through something. But it's like for most people who are living day to day, counting, when they're going to get their next paycheck, or counting when they're going to get, compensated for the next hour or for the next meal, they're like, yo, the world has finally caught up with me and my struggle and what I'm going through. So it's really hard to even feel like or even see exactly what the entire city is going through, because it's truly just a lot going on. And Feast, I thank you for coming through and supporting us and talking with us today and letting us know exactly what's going on in the city of Philadelphia. What do you have any new music coming out? Do you have anything you working on right now as far as, us being in the house?
Yes, I'm actually working on an EP, which is called Nothing Happens Overnight, and it's just a message to all of the young artists out there, just trying to keep them on their A game, because, we live in the times where everybody would do anything these days on the internet to get a little bit of fame or clout, whatever they call it, and I just want to tell them, like, it ain't going to happen overnight. The things I've been doing, it didn't just happen. Like I said, my brand started in 2016, it's now 2020. I can finally say I'm comfortable, and I'm proud of what I'm doing and where I'm going, but it didn't happen overnight. It was at a point when I was just doing these things that no one was listening, and just kind of just kept going and continue to push it. So I got a few people to listen, and then as I just kept going, more people started to listen. So it just don't happen overnight, and I just don't want that young artist that might just be hot, talented, to just ruin it all by just doing something just the what they call it, the troll, and you can mess your character up like this. So I just want to let them know nothing happened overnight. There's gonna be some inspiring songs on there, talking about change, on how we can do better in our communities, and also just on how to stay dedicated to your work and your craft. So it's gonna be a short EP, not too long. You know, I know everybody attention span so short due to Instagram, everything's so instant, but
That's
it's
big.
gonna be nice and short, straight to the message. I mean, straight to the point. And I think y'all might enjoy this one.
I think that's really big. You know what I mean? The fact that you continue to grind and continue to grow through all of this time. But I got to ask you, when it comes down to continuing to want to further your journey, what made you want to continue to further your journey? Why didn't you never quit? Why did you never stop? Because there's points in time where no one's listening, like you just said, no one's paying attention, no one's clicking, liking, sharing, retweeting, whatever you want to call it. So what made you actually want to continue your growth?
That's a good question. What made me wanted to continue is just remembering where I came from. Like I never really, and I ain't talking about the struggle part of it. I'm just talking that younger me, just wanting this so bad that like before I even had money to like for the studio, I had my own setup in my closet, and my closet was so little that I barely could do anything in it. And I just coming from them days, and I had like a Fisher Price mic at that, like a little toy mic that be coming with them little karaoke's. Like I managed to take that apart and just make my own little studio. So just that hunger that I had, and then just being where I was at that time and moment, like I said, nobody was listening in, but I just felt like I owed it to myself. And then as I just kept going and just kept going, I figured it was deeper than just me now. It was deeper than my music. It was deeper than what I was saying. It was about helping these younger people that could have been in my position, that could have gave up. And like I said, words is powerful, so I just try to use my music in a different way now and just delivering a message. Like you will not hear a rap from me if it don't have a message in it.
I
If it ain't
feel
going
you.
to push you, motivate you, and that was my purpose. And just changing so many lives doing it as things started progressing, and just getting so many DMs and just like it's just crazy. How many like people that's really listening, even down to the older people. So it made an impact for me to continue. And like I said, just from where I came from, knowing me, how hungry and how bad I wanted this, I couldn't let myself down.
That's real. And that's real. And I want to ask you too, like even by you saying that, it makes me want to ask, like, is your further intent or your whole purpose, is it to be a rapper? Is it to really, put the music out there? Or are you really just out here, trying to just deliver a message to make people know that people really, truly do care about you? Like, what's your
Yeah, yeah.
intentions?
Yeah, so I really want to just be like the actresses to just Philadelphia, like one of the biggest actresses, one of the biggest. I'm not sure how far it would take me, but I'm gonna keep going to find out. But it's not really like with me. It's not really being an artist, a rapper. It's just really just being the voice and just being somebody that can motivate somebody. That just continue to keep people going. Because like I said, we live in the times of depression, and it's like I feel like with this crisis, this is the bigger oppression. So depression. So I feel like just my music is just a way for me to send a message out, just for the way for them to hear it. It's like a letter. My music is a letter for me to send it to you, let you know what it is, let you know what it ain't, and for you to just receive it and understand it. And that's it. But I'm not really using music to really try to make sales, not trying to, if that happens, it happens. I'm not trying to be a charting artist, like I said, but if it happens with the music, it happens. I'm really just trying to use my music to open the eyes, get people together, bring people together, and continue to be hands-on in the community, like with the events that we do, the schools that we go to. That's what really make me feel good about doing what I do. The music is just, like I said, the letter that I send out.
I definitely agree with you with that. And I had to ask you, you know what I mean? Because for some people, their intent, you start off as an artist, you start off as a musician, but then as you grow and grow and grow, shout out to my guy Common, you become more of an activist, you become more on the front line, and the music doesn't necessarily be the priority. The music is just where you started from. And that's why I wanted to ask you, what was your whole intent as far as, where are you coming from and how, people can continue to support you? Because if that's your, what I'm saying, your intention, I want to support you in that way. I want to support you overall, definitely, but I want to make sure that your message is extremely heard. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that your message is heard by everyone out there. And I appreciate everything that you're doing, especially for the city of Philadelphia, because what you need, what you're doing is what we need, especially for the youth. And I thank you for what you're doing. And I thank you for your supporters and your team, yo. How is your team? How is your team at this point?
We good. We still talk to each other through FaceTime, just trying to stay connected, just trying to stay strong, checking up on everybody, make sure everybody good. But other than that, we still stronger than ever. We just waiting for everything to, hopefully fall out, get back to normal when outside open back up. And we just continue this to push them, pushing these messages, the movement, the campaign farther, and just, even farther than Philadelphia. Like I said, this will always be the home base. We're going to always make sure we carry this on our shoulders, but we want to make sure everybody's getting a message, tri-state to tri-state, city to
Big
city,
facts.
and just making sure everybody get it,
Big facts, big facts. I appreciate you. Go ahead and shout yourself out. Tell the people that I can find you and stay locked with everything you got going on. I definitely appreciate you wholeheartedly.
I appreciate y'all for having me as always. It's your boy Fisbanga. You can follow me on Instagram, everything at Fisbanga, Fisbanga. Again, that's Fisbanga. And I appreciate y'all at Revive, man. Y'all been nothing but supportive. Y'all showed me so much love since the last time we linked, and just it's so much more to talk about.
No doubt. And I gotta ask you this last question on Twitter. I'm sorry, I gotta hurry up and get this in. Yo, how did you come up with your name Fisbanga? Where did that come from? This came from
Listen,
Twitter.
I'm gonna keep it. All right. So it's really no. I know everybody be having these crazy stories. It's really not really a crazy story, but it was like at one time it was just Feast. You know, my name is not Feast, so it was just Feast. And like I said, me, you know, back when I used to record out the closet, you know, me and my buddies, we would just sit around, just bet around on names. And you know, back then they used to call it a song either a flamer, you know, when we had flamers out, or it would be a banger. And everything we was putting out, you know, and I was confident with myself, it was a banger. So I'm like, you know, we gonna call it Feast Banger, you know, and it was just simple as that.
That's love, yo. I love it. I love it. So you just combined the city with your name. I feel that. I feel that. That's how you know you truly from Philly, man, for real. I thank you once again
Alrighty.
for coming through and supporting us here at Revive Radio, man. Thank you for all the positive work that you're putting out. Thank you for all the messages that you're putting out. Thank you for supporting our youth. First and foremost, yo, the fact that you're putting back into our youth is the biggest thing that you can possibly do, because that's the next generation that's coming up behind us. So I truly appreciate you, first and foremost. I just want to say thank you from behind, you know, from the bottom of my heart, and also Revive Radio. Thank you for everything that you do.
Revive, y'all like family. I appreciate that. And we definitely got to sit down, put something together, some give backs. I would love to do it.
No doubt, man. You already know what time it is, man. That's your girl, P.O.C, host of Revive Radio. This wraps up another incredible episode of Revive Radio, man. Shout out to my guy, Fisbanga. Shout out to Philadelphia, man. Make sure you guys stay locked to Revive Radio. We are live 365, 24/7 a.m. to the p.m. Turn your radios up. Spread the word. Spread the message. We have a brand new schedule for the month of April. Every Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. And every Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on 98.5 FM. Turn your radios up, spread the word, spread the message. We'll be back tomorrow starting at 8 p.m. Let's go, man. We're going to go out with a banger. It's your girl, P.O.C. We're gonna play this Meek Mills, man. Let's go. It's your girl, P.O.C.
It's your boy LGP Quad. We up and we live, man. Tune in to Revive Radio.
Looking to enhance your brand awareness? Well, guess what? Revive Radio has created a platform for you, yes, you, to spread your brand and your brand's message. Revive Radio offers affordable advertising packages to artists, entrepreneurs, and small businesses. You can find more information about that at reviveisalive.com. And guess what? You can also book P.O.C as your next brand ambassador. Hit us up right now at revive.poc@gmail.com.